Right now at 5, billions for broadband. Federal money is coming to expand broadband access in Wisconsin.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Wisconsin is getting more than $1 billion for high-speed internet. News 8 Now's Michael Germain explains where the money is coming from and where it's going. Good evening, Michael.
Ken, the state of Wisconsin is receiving $1.05 billion in funds through the Broadband Access and Development Program. The federal program was established to expand high-speed internet to unserved areas, infrastructure deployment, and adoption programs. It's part of the bipartisan infrastructure bill, which President Joe Biden signed in 2021. One Wisconsin congressman says it's essential to bring affordable internet access to parts of the state where there's no broadband infrastructure in place.
These days, having broadband is like having water or electricity in your home. You absolutely have to have it.
Senator Tammy Baldwin was a part of the process of creating accurate maps of where there's no internet access in rural parts of the state. Those areas will get funding for projects sooner. 20% of the funding will be awarded with grants by 2024. By 2025, the remaining 80% of the funding will be handed out. Ken?
All right, Michael, thank you very much. And those projects are expected to be completed by 2030. In the meantime, Minnesota is also going to get a slice of the broadband expansion pie. Today, U.S. Senators Amy Klobuchar and Tina Smith announced the U.S. Department of Commerce is giving Minnesota $650 million to bring reliable and affordable internet to every home in the state. The senators say it's a huge win for Minnesota since quick internet speeds help residents with their education, their work, and, of course, personal usage.
We have smoke back in the picture from the wildfires in Canada getting actually pulled northward. The low pushes off to the east. So we do have air quality issues, alerts in effect until all the way through about Thursday, and thereafter we'll see if we'll continue. The positive news, we're not going to see those 90-degree temperatures that we saw last week and the stagnant air, but we still will see the smoke filter in here. It's all the pressure that we're dealing with, that low pressure, and the precipitation that we've dealt with all the last couple days and even somewhat today is pushed off the east. You can see skies are beginning to clear out for most of the area, and to the west is actually beginning to clear out quite nicely. So this evening actually looks fairly nice and comfortable. The winds will start decreasing. They've been quite breezy out of the north. Our temperatures will fall off to about 70 at 9 p.m. and then closer to midnight we'll start dropping a little quickly. We'll be back into the mid 60s. Once again, the haze will start kind of coming back in the picture. Up ahead, we'll kind of say out there's going to be a chilly night ahead, even some 40s out there. Rain chances later this week will break that down, and we'll look ahead to dry next weekend, which leads into the 4th. All that coming up later in the broadcast.
Greg, thanks very much. In the meantime, there is new information about the human remains found in the Mississippi River last Tuesday. The La Crosse County Sheriff says the body has gone through an initial exam at Mayo Clinic in Rochester and will be seen again by a forensic anthropologist. And the sheriff says the man's body may have been in the river for roughly 5 years. Authorities say the person could have been a hunter and had gotten into the river from a branch of the Mississippi. The sheriff's office reported finding the body last week just south of the city of La Crosse. A release noted the body had a distinctive piece of jewelry. Authorities hope the jewelry plus signs of the person being a hunter will help them identify the man. It has been over 2 weeks since a 13-year-old boy went missing near Devil's Lake State Park. As the Sauk County Sheriff cuts back on search efforts, his family is picking up the slack. Braden Ross has the story.
It's now been 2 weeks since 13-year-old James Jablonski first went missing here in Sauk County near Devil's Lake State Park. But for the family and the dozens of people out searching for him today, hope is not lost.
I think it's impressive. We have a fair number of people out here, and it's good to see.
Sunday, dozens gathered to search for a missing 13-year-old boy who authorities believe may be trying to live off the grid as a survivalist. Family and volunteers combed through the rough terrain near where Jablonski first went missing 2 weeks ago, looking for any sign of where he could be.
Especially after this many days, it's, he could be anywhere, he could be hurt, he could, anything. So your mind just kind of jumps from one scenario to another. Just hope we find some evidence or some, closure to this whole thing.
Yablonsky's aunt, Mary Wagner, knows all too well what it's like to lose a child without answers.
30 years ago, actually, my daughter, Lori Deppis, disappeared up in the Menasha area. And at that time, I was so grief-stricken, I wasn't allowed to search or anything. And so for me, it's kind of a longing I've always had, is to be able to help, to look. So I just had to be here.
The Sauk County Sheriff's Office had previously asked the public not to search out of fear they'd push Yablonsky further into unfamiliar territory or that someone could get hurt in the process. Yablonsky's father didn't want to go on camera, but when I asked him about the sheriff's warnings, his response, "They can't stop us."
Now, if you have any information that could help find Yablonsky, you can contact the Sauk County Sheriff's Office. Pedestrian-related fatalities increased in Wisconsin from 2021 to 2022, as according to a report from Wisconsin's Highway Safety Association. The report states 75 people died in 2022 compared to 50 in 2021. In Madison, city officials saw a decrease in pedestrian deaths over the same period of time as the governor's report. Despite a decrease in their numbers, they say the job is not yet finished.
But I think because of that, each one really highlights the work that we still have to do here in our city to ensure that our trend isn't going the same direction as we see in the state.
The new numbers make Wisconsin the state with the third highest increase in the country during 2022. June marks National Dairy Month, and to celebrate, Governor Tony Evers is meeting farmers across the state. Today, Evers made a stop in the Coulee region to visit Organic Valley's Chaseburg Creamery. Since the state's dairy industry generates a ton of money for the Wisconsin economy, Evers says it's important to keep investing in our dairy farmers.
So it's a major part of our world here in Wisconsin, and Organic Valley and others like them that process and work with farmers are the ones that are making it happen together with those farmers.
And the Creamery CEO says Dairy Month is the perfect time to acknowledge the work of the area farmers.
Well, you know, at Organic Valley, we've got 1,600 small family farms as part of our cooperative, and so June Dairy Month is really important to us because it's a time to pause and celebrate all the great work that they're doing.
Frank says Chaseburg Creamery services around 400 farms in the area, bringing in around 4.5 million pounds of milk every week. The butter produced at the Chaseburg Creamery has won close to 70 awards, including first and second place for its butter at this year's Wisconsin State Fair. A heads up for swimmers in La Crosse. The city's Parks and Rec Department has announced that the Northside Community Pool is back open. The pool will resume their regular operation hours from 1 to 5 p.m. Just ahead tonight at 5, the new attraction that's bringing new flavors into town. We'll have that story and more right after this.
It's time for the Quick Trip Fireworks Spectacular, July 1st at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. It features late models, sportsmen, hornets, six-shooters, the famous Outhouse Novelty Race, and fireworks. Gates open at 5:30 with the first race at 7 this Saturday at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway.
Have you ever met with a mortgage loan officer and after only 2 or 3 minutes, they push your papers towards you and say, "We can't help"? At Firefighters Credit Union, we call that the big push. When you meet with Matt Farron or Troy Arns, they know you deserve a lot of time and know you're going to be ready for a mortgage someday. So I guarantee you, you'll never get the big push at Firefighters Credit Union.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Lane's Farm and Fleet's 4th of July sale is going on now. We're saluting the red, white, and blue with unbeatable deals on everything you need to celebrate outdoors. Like 20-pound bags of lump charcoal or grilling pellets, buy one, get one half price. Assorted 4-packs of Sprecher soda, 2 for $7. This easy lift canopy with enclosure, $169.99. Rewards members save an extra $10. And select pet treats 20% off, all made in the USA.
Find value at Lane's Farm and Fleet.
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving. Yeah, it rocks. Or dig 0.9% APR plus over 1,200 trade assistance and no monthly payments for 90 days on Sierra 5.3-liter V8 light-duty models.
Forget Forget about scraping and painting, fretting and fixing, and enjoy the beauty and low maintenance of new siding, soffit, fascia, and gutters for your home. Seamless steel siding and vinyl siding in many colors. Enjoy outdoor living with a new deck and railing, with a pergola or patio cover for protection from rain or snow, or get protection from bugs and bad weather with a 3-season porch. Serving your neighbors for over 30 years, superior products, superior installation, at prices lower than most others. Invest wisely. The Board Store Home Improvements prompt free estimates.
It's time for the Quick Trip Fireworks Spectacular, July 1st at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Features late models, sportsmen, hornets, 6-shooters, the famous Outhouse Novelty Race, and fireworks. Gates open at 5:30 with the first race at 7 this Saturday at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
La Crosse's downtown is one step closer to getting more unique food options. News 8 Now's Emily Haugen joins us live in studio with what's next for the Lax Food Hall. Good evening, Emily.
Ken, Lax Food Hall will soon be home to 11 unique vendors in La Crosse's downtown. The hall announced on Facebook today it officially received a building permit from the state. One of the owners, Michael Margulis, says this journey has been 16 months in the making. He says most of that time has been spent waiting for their permits. The city and state came to an agreement last week. Right now, all that's built is a bar and a stage. Margulis says soon it will transform into something special.
The best of what their cities have to offer. We're cherry picking our favorites out of them.
Differences now from here out is.
Well, in place of all of the construction equipment, there will soon be vendors offering a variety of foods you can't always find in La Crosse. Among the 8 that are already signed on, those include a sushi spot, Hawaiian food, and gourmet crepes. So Margulis says that they're looking for 3 more vendors to fill the space. He says they're looking for some La Crosse staples: pizza, burgers, and wings. Ken?
I'm definitely sold on the crepes idea. Thank you very much, Emily. Margulis says we could know an opening date as soon as next week. We'll stay on those details for you, of course. After the break tonight, we'll take a look at your 8-day forecast, plus beating the boredom. Some ways to keep the kids busy this summer that don't involve an electronic device.
Update your home with fresh paint from Menards. Dutch Boy DuraClean Interior Paint Plus Primer is a flat paint with a stain-resistant finish. A gallon of DuraClean flat interior paint is now on sale for $21.97 after rebate. Need a no prep, no prime built to last paint? Platinum Plus Interior Flat Paint offers all these great benefits combined with Stain Shield technology to keep those surfaces clean. Pick up a gallon for just $36.98 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Hello, my name's Boris Gump. Chocolate? Mama always said buying a car was like a box of chocolates. Never know what you're gonna get. Me and Jenny, we buy all our cars at Sleepy Hollow. They got new cars and used cars, a body shop, parts and everything. Like me and Nate, the Sleepy Hollow serviceman, we just like peas and carrots. I'm not a smart man, but if you need a car, you should be running to Sleepy Hollow.
Closeouts and clearances, deals and sales, pickup or delivery. It's summertime at Black River Furniture Outlet. Shop new pieces from Best Home Furnishings and Best Craft with fully customizable fabric choices. Save on sectionals and recliners from Ashley or Catnapper. Buy accessories and occasional pieces like lamps, hanging art, and the area's largest selection of rugs. Outfit your deck or patio with Ashley Outdoor Furniture or our gliding red cedar collection. Try out Hybrid, Gel, and all foam mattresses on an adjustable base today. Family and veteran owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Full mouth reconstruction is really addressing every tooth in the patient's arch. So the patient may come in with some missing teeth, and that full mouth reconstruction might mean replacing a few teeth with implants and maybe crowns or veneers on the other teeth. I have a full mouth reconstruction. All my teeth have crowns on top of them. So at a very young age, I did a lot of grinding and lost a fair amount of tooth structure. I think everybody that's sitting in front of me that's asking for help deserves to have that help. You deserve to have the smile that you want.
This adorable shelter pet wants to meet you and your family today. The News 8 Now Pet of the Week is brought to you by Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics.
Hold on, I'm coming. You didn't tell me you were getting McDonald's?
Try a toasted bagel sandwich and pair it with a $2 medium iced coffee. Now even bolder.
Fortunately, the haze is back. We're going to deal with some air quality issues through this week. Mild conditions will be back into the 80s tomorrow, near average, and then our next rain chance comes Wednesday through Friday, even Saturday, but not all day rains. Most of those periods will be dry. Rainfall amounts right now, if we look at the totals through the month, for Eau Claire, we're still short basically in all categories all the way up to yearly. We're still about 1 inch and 8/10. If you look at La Crosse, it's the same type of story. We got 3/10 yesterday, but then you look at the monthly totals, we're still about 1 inch and 8/10. You look at the yearly total, we're still about 1 inch and 7/10 away from where we should be. We picked up some, but drought conditions still across the area, so we could use more. Fortunately, we'll get a little bit later in the week. For tonight, we're looking at clearing skies, getting back down to the mid-50s, even some upper 40s in certain areas. It could be quite chilly, what we're not used to, but dealing with the warm temperatures the last couple of weeks. Tomorrow, more sunshine, less wind, still the haze out there, but more mid-80s for most of the area. So that's the good news. We'll see warmer conditions. Overall, that low to the east begins to push off. We're seeing the clearing skies, and then we're going to watch all this activity out west with multiple little waves producing showers and thunderstorms. It's going to take till Tuesday into Wednesday, especially Wednesday, when we start seeing that line come across. And that Wednesday afternoon to Wednesday night is probably our first good chance of seeing some showers and thunderstorms across the area as that pushes across. Now, beyond that, we'll still have more disturbed weather coming across. So through Friday, even Thursday, Friday, more showers and thunderstorms. Then things starts to begin to push south of the area. We shall probably dry out for the weekend. So there's chances there, but not significant amounts of rainfall with it. Overall tonight, as we mentioned, clearing skies. Temperatures will continue to fall into the 50s by after overnight for some areas. As you wake up, sunshine, hazy sky conditions. We'll have that upper 40s, low 50s. And then as we go through the noon hour, we'll climb back up into the near 80 degrees, lighter winds. Then as we get towards Tuesday night and Wednesday, notice it starts bringing in a lot of cloud cover, even popping up some showers. I think a lot of that won't reach the ground too dry, but we will see increasing clouds as we go through Tuesday night and Wednesday as that wave begins to approach, which will mean we'll have the showers probably coming in later on Wednesday. Smoke-wise, pretty thick. You'll see it kind of push to the south today, and then actually as we get to tomorrow, it'll begin to rotate back up, being pulled north with the wind change there. So it's going to be circulating around the area. So where other areas see heavier smoke or not, kind of up in the air, but we will have the air quality issue to deal with through probably at least midweek. So something to keep in mind of. That's why that advisory alert is out. Otherwise, you see the rain chances coming through Friday. Best probably is going to be Wednesday night and Thursday, mid-80s. We dry out for the weekend, and it looks like we're going to start heating up for the 4th of July. I think we will start reaching those 90s once again.
All right, Greg, thanks very much. And as the 8-day shows, the weather is heating up, and so are the amount of people traveling. With Independence Day right around the corner, AAA is expecting the holiday weekend to break record numbers, with over 51 million Americans expected to travel in the coming days. At least 43 million are expected to travel by car this weekend, and experts say planning your trip correctly may save you some time and frustration getting to that destination.
Friday is going to be the worst day for driving because everyone's going to be on the road at that time. So you can leave Thursday night or Saturday morning. That would be ideal.
And if you're worried about breaking the bank at the pump, spokesperson Gross says there's nothing to worry about.
As oil prices have dropped, the price at the pump has dropped too. So whereas last year people may have been paying $4.80 to $5 a gallon, now they're going to be paying $3.50 or less in most places.
That's definitely some better news. If you're flying this weekend, experts recommend checking your flight for updates and getting to the airport on time. Well, as we know, school is out and screens are on. Health experts say children and adolescents spend a lot of time watching devices, gaming consoles, TVs, and more. And over the summer, kids may turn to screens more often because they have, of course, more time on their hands. Well, Mandy Gaither has some healthy ways to beat that summer boredom.
If summer break is starting to lose its sizzle, you're not alone.
After a few weeks, sometimes the newness has worn off and people are looking for new things to do and new ways to occupy their time.
Dr. Gina Robinson with Cleveland Clinic Children's Hospital says screens do have their place in a child's life, but urges parents to set boundaries. She says to stick to 2 hours or less a day and break it up into smaller increments like 15 to 20 minutes at a time.
A lot of kids want to spend their time in front of screens all day. Kids are getting frustrated because their parents don't want them to sit in front of screens all day. So it can start to get a little rough.
Robinson says to talk to your kids, allow them to decide which activities to build in during the day and encourage them to get outside.
Bubbles and sidewalk chalk and jump ropes and hula hoops and just things that you can do right outside in the yard if you have a yard available or a green space available.
Other ideas, neighborhood walks, scavenger hunts, a trip to the museum or the library, which can also help when they go back to school.
Countless studies have shown how much kids lose over the summer.
Robinson says play dates are also a good way to keep kids entertained and to keep them being social.
Isolation can lead to a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety. It's human to want to connect with people.
Robinson says summer should be about having fun. If you need help finding things for your kids to do, ask neighbors, friends, or even those who work at the local library for some ideas about what might be going on in your area. And of course, we like to do a little Friday afternoon segment during our 5 and 6 o'clock shows about a couple of events that are going on in the viewing area, so be sure to tune in for that as well. Well, there are new developments in the race to develop a daily pill for people who want to lose weight. In a new study published in the New England Journal of Medicine, researchers found a daily pill from drug maker Eli Lilly called Orforglipron helped participants with obesity lose nearly 15% of their body weight over a period of 36 weeks. Now, one researcher said the weight loss did not appear to plateau, so the drug is being tested for a longer time to assess its full effect potential. Now, another study found the active ingredient in the popular injectable diabetes drugs, Ozempic and Wegovy, could be effective in reducing weight when taken in pill form every day.
All of these medications work by teaching sort of that hormonal axis between the brain and the gut, the way that your brain tells your digestive system, look, you've had enough. It's those hormones that these medications are impacting.
Now, side effects from this new drug led to 10 to 17% of participants having to stop taking it. Still, experts say the pills in development would be an alternative to those once-a-week injections that are currently available, and they may cost even less. When we come back, a family favorite lacrosse festival starts later this week. Volunteers helping set up Lacrosse's Riverside Park for the event.
The Board Store Home Improvements. Everyday low prices on bathroom remodels for seniors and families. Contact us today for a prompt free estimate.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So let's gear up for it with an SUV like the Ford Bronco Sport. It has a terrain management system with 5 standard GOAT modes, so you can go over any type of terrain. Plus, 4x4 capability is standard across the entire lineup. Be adventure ready with Ford Bronco Sport. Now, get a new Ford Bronco Sport with 1.9% financing for 66 months, plus $2,000 FlexBuy cash, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order,
scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Wow.
The setup for a lacrosse tradition is underway in Riverside Park. Riverfest kicks off later this week, and volunteers have started getting the area ready for the event on Friday. Festival attendees can look forward to some live music, fireworks, and beer and food stands. There will also be a gaming truck with virtual reality simulators and the latest games from Xbox and PlayStation. To celebrate Riverfest hitting a milestone anniversary this year, there's going to be a special promotion on the 4th.
Yeah, and for the 4th, we're not going to require a button this year. So with it being our 40th anniversary, we want to try to get as many people down here to celebrate with us.
All right, so that means entry on the 4th will be free to the public. Now, Riverfest is a 5-day celebration this year. The opening ceremonies will start this Friday at 11 a.m. Can't wait. We will have another look at tonight's forecast courtesy of Greg right after this.
Lane's Farm and Fleet's 4th of July sale is going on now. We're saluting the red, white, and blue with unbeatable deals on everything you need to celebrate outdoors. Like these 2-pound bags of Blaine's Freedom Gummy Bears, just $5.99. Assorted life jackets, tow tubes, and ski ropes, 20% off. New at Blaine's, this special buy Duraflame Mini Fire Pit, only $39.99. And these folding camp chairs, just $11.99. Rewards members save an extra $2.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Toma Health's Warren's Clinic provides convenient, quality care for same-day or next-day appointments.
At Toma Health Warren's Clinic, we're able to see patients for cough, sore throat, ear pain, and other minor illness and injuries. An appointment can be scheduled by contacting the clinic, and we'll get you in that day or the next.
Warren's Clinic also offers occupational health services, such as pre-employment physicals and DOT exams.
Toma Health Warren's Clinic offers convenient, quality care when you need it most.
This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get a $5,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Hey, it's Brody from Great River Harley-Davidson. It's Harley's 120th anniversary, and we are celebrating all year long. Our new 2023s are on the floor with new models, new colors, but that classic Harley ride. Plus, we have awesome anniversary apparel, including custom helmets, limited edition clothes, riding gear, and more. Stop by and see us anytime at Great River Harley-Davidson.
What is a hero? Not the kind from comic books and movies, saving the day. We're talking about everyday heroes, those with a special kind of courage or ability, those saving the day, one person at a time. The Board Store Home Improvements and News 8 Now want to find those heroes and thank them for bettering our community. Go to news8000.com, click on Features, then Hometown Heroes to nominate someone you feel is truly a hometown hero.
Clearing skies overnight, allow the temperatures to fall back into the upper 50s as you wake up, even mid-50s. It could be even 40s out there. It's going to be quite chilly, but the smoke and haze will be out there the next few days, and we have rain chances coming by midweek, and it looks dry next weekend, maybe getting hot by July 4th.
A sweltering end to June indeed. Thank you so much, Greg, and thank you all for joining us tonight at 5. We appreciate your time, and we hope you'll join us again at 6.